Hi, everyone. This is Megan over at New Hampshire Federal Credit Union Center for Finance and Education. Today, I'm going to be talking to you about the very unsavory topic of fraud. And I am going to be giving you some tips and some tricks on how to avoid fraud, how to best protect yourself, as well as talk about some of the scams that are most prevalent right now in New Hampshire, or at least in our area. This is information from the credit union itself, what we're seeing, as well as the Concord Police Department. So scams come in all forms. Some of the most common ways right now are phone calls, emails, text messages, and via social media, Facebook, things of that nature. Scammers may threaten you. In fact, they do a lot. Physically, I'm going to come to your house. You have to do this. They're going to harass you. They'll call you constantly. The best thing you can do is don't engage with them. Just hang up. Ignore their calls. Ignore their threats. What they want from you is money. So once they determine they can't get anything from you, they will move on. 99% of the time, these individuals are not in the same state as you, sometimes not even in the same country. It is very common for these individuals to tell you to lie to your loved ones, to lie to the credit union, lie to the police. Don't ever do that. The credit union is here to protect you. I have had so many people lie to us over the years about why they were taking out money or why they were doing a certain thing, and then come back sometime later and admit they had lied because they felt they had to, and let me know that they were scammed and they are now out $5,000, $10,000, $40,000, all sorts of different amounts. So if they're threatening you, if they're harassing you, and they're telling you to lie, something's very, very wrong. Okay? And you could absolutely call the police. In fact, you should call the police. Absolutely. Some top tips for you before I go into some of the different types of scams. Keep an eye on your bank accounts, whether you use online banking or whether you go into the bank once a week and get a printout. Definitely recommend online banking. It's a great way you can look at your account every day, multiple times a day if you wish, very easily. If you see that there is a transaction that you're not sure if you made or you have questions about, call us immediately. We're going to start helping you. The sooner we figure out something's going on, the better. What always is so painful to me is when someone does not keep an eye on your account. They reach out to us 6 months later and say, yeah, like someone took all my money out. And by then, unfortunately, it's too late. It's gone. It's past our statute of limitations. So keeping an eye on your account is so key. We definitely do, and most banks and credit unions will offer you the ability to set up alerts for your online banking. We definitely do that here at New Hampshire Federal. And what this is you can set up alerts so that you get a text or an email what your balance is. If you go into the negative, if your balance falls below a set dollar amount, $300, whatever it is. These can be key to helping you prevent fraud, or at least keeping it at bay if, goodness forbid, it does happen. If you get a call or an email or a text from your credit union, from your bank, and they're telling you they need your account number, they need your debit card number, they need your PIN number. They don't need that information. Your debit card number, your account number, we already have that. We don't need you to give us that. Your PIN number, why would we ever need that? We don't have your card. We're not going to go to the ATM. So if you get these requests, that is a scammer. That is not that is not a bank or a credit union. That being said, if you do call the credit union to get information, they may, of course, ask you to verify your account number or your debit card number as part of verification. They'll never ask you for your PIN. But again, no one's ever going to reach out to you and say, hey, your online banking or your debit card is compromised. Go ahead and click this link and put in your information and your PIN number. That's a scam. That will never happen. Don't give anyone your passwords. In fact, I know it's impossible to remember all of these different passwords we all have these days. If you have a cell phone, a smartphone that has the ability to do fingerprint recognition or facial recognition, many of them do now, the newer ones, I would highly recommend you use the mobile app for New Hampshire Federal Credit Union, any of your other banks or credit unions, and turn those things on. That way you don't have to remember or write down a password, but don't give people your password. I still can recall, this is many years ago, but people would write their PIN number for their debit card on the sleeve of their debit card. And then someone steals your wallet. Okay, now they have your card and they have your PIN number. Don't do that. If you get an email or a text message or a call, in this case saying, hi, we're from, I'll pick Norton Antivirus because we're going to talk about that today. Norton Antivirus, and we need to talk to you about your account. Give us a call back at this number. Don't call back that number. Go online, look up the phone number for Norton Antivirus customer service, call them and say, hey, I just got this text message or email from this number. Is this legitimate? You never want to call that number back. Some more top tips for you. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. If you've never entered a contest, Publishers Clearinghouse, you've never entered that, and someone called and said you've just won $20 million, okay, but you never entered. So just be mindful of these things. Someone sends you a check in the mail for $3,000 and tells you just to deposit it in your account and the money will be yours. Why on earth would some random person send you a check for $3,000 for absolutely no reason? These things are scams. Don't leave bills in your mailbox. If you think about writing out a check and you look at the bottom of your check, your account number is sitting right there along with your name of your bank or credit union. This is also why we encourage online statements, because you get your statements through the mail. If someone goes through your mailbox, they're going to know immediately, hey, this person has an account in New Hampshire Federal Credit Union, and as of the date of their last statement, they had $20,000 sitting in their checking account. Woohoo! Again, be very mindful of that. Switch to e-statements so you can view them online. Instead of leaving bills in your mailbox, bring them into the post office or put them in a mailbox at the post office that is secured. Or pay your bills online or over the phone. Again, trust your credit union and your bank. They are there to help you. It does us no good if our members are losing money in any way, shape, or form. This is not a good thing for us. We want to help you. And contact the police always. If you aren't sure if something's legit or not, call the credit union, call the police, talk to them. That's what we're here for. So we're going to talk about 6 different types of financial fraud today. The romance scams, the gift card scams, Norton Antivirus, prize scams, contractor scams, and the grandparent scams. Those are the ones we're seeing a lot of these days, most specifically the gift card, the prize, and the Norton Antivirus. The romance and the scams are prevalent. We're seeing that right now, but they don't seem to be upticking the way the others are, at least in the areas where we have branches. All right, so let's get started with the romance scams. You might have heard the term catfishing. This is when someone, the scammer, creates an online identity, maybe on Facebook, Instagram, something like that, Snapchat, to garner romantic attention. They will use photos and details from other people that they find along the website, and they will create a profile for themselves. They'll go on your profile and find as many details as they can. Look at your pictures, look at things you've posted, and try to find things to connect with you with. The goal, these catfishers' goal, is to get your money. So catfishers tend to play the odds. They will catfish multiple victims simultaneously until they get someone on their hook. These are their favorite lines by number once they think they've got you or they're moving towards having you. The ways that they will try to extort money from you, that they or someone close to them is sick or hurt or in jail. I need you to send me money. I can teach you how to invest. Oh, I hear that. I made all this money in Bitcoin. I'm going to teach you how to do it. No, they're not. I'm in the military far away, or I'm on an oil rig or ship, so I can't see you. We can't FaceTime. We can't do calls. No. We've never met. Let's talk about marriage. I think you're beautiful. I think you're amazing. Again, it's not that we're all not beautiful and amazing, but why is a perfect stranger telling you that within 4 minutes of meeting you? That's weird. And of course, things like you can trust me with your private pictures. No, you cannot. But again, their goal is to extort money from you in some way. So again, just be very, very mindful of this. The gift card scams. This is when someone will reach out to you and ask you to purchase gift cards for them and give them the information. They might say that they are the government. They're the IRS. You owe back taxes. I had someone once call me in a panic and told me that he needed to go to the store and get $10,000 worth of gift cards because otherwise the sheriff was going to come to his house and start the foreclosure process. And I said to him, well, are you behind on your mortgage? And he paused and he said, no, we're completely up to date. And I said, okay, well, then this is a scam. Again, like the government doesn't work that way. The IRS doesn't work that way. Banks and credit unions don't work that way. We're never going to ask you to pay us in gift cards. We can't. How would we do that? That makes no sense. They might pose as tech support. A friend or family member, they'll call you. I know I might not sound like myself. I have a little bit of a cold. Listen, I'm in jail. I'm in trouble. I need money. My car broke down. Can you please go get $1,000 worth of gift cards and call me with the info, and I'll be able to use them that way. The utility company, your lights are going to be shut off. Scammers will send you a check. Maybe you're selling something on eBay or Facebook Marketplace for $500 and they send you a check for $1,000. Oh goodness, I messed up. I'm sorry. I'm buying a lot of things. Just send me a $500 gift card and we'll make up the difference. Guess what? That check is bad too. You're going to find out in a couple of days. Or an investment company, again, trying to teach you, wanting your money so that they can help you invest and you'll become a millionaire. Again, if things sound too good to be true, most likely they probably are. So the Norton antivirus scam, this has been going on for a long time, still going on. You'll get an email or a text or a call. You're from Norton, and they're either selling it, or a lot of times they're telling you that you're about to be charged or you've been charged, that you're on an auto renewal. If you don't have Norton antivirus, just ignore these things, and if you do have Norton antivirus, go on the Norton antivirus website and see when you're available for renewal or what have you, what your current charge is. What a lot of people do, the mistake people make is they think this is legit. They'll call or the number that they're given, and they'll be connected to a scammer. And a lot of times what they'll have you do is verify and in fact give them your credit card information or the password to your computer. They're going to get right on and they're going to wreak havoc. They're going to be able to pull any passwords maybe you've saved to your computer. They might even be able to watch your keystrokes, so they'll see if you don't have them saved, what it is you're doing. I actually had, years ago when I was selling real estate, I had one of my clients call me in a panic one day. They said that they believe they've been scammed by Norton Antivirus, and they had actually asked them to hold up their driver's license to their desktop camera so that they could take a picture of it. This is identity theft. She was being scammed. So if what they'll also try to do is install things like malware and things on your computer. You don't want this in any way, shape, or form. Again, I can't stress this enough. If you don't have Norton Antivirus, then you're not up for renewal, or you don't have to pay $400. This is not something mandatory that computers need to have. If you do have it and you get a reach out like this, go online, contact Norton Antivirus directly, not the number that you're given. Go onto your account and see what's going on. Prize scams. So, I mean, let's face it, who doesn't dream of winning a lot of money or like an amazing trip for free or a new car? Like, of course we do. We all dream about that stuff, right? So this is why these scammers are so successful, unfortunately, with this type of scam. But the good news is there's three ways that we know about that. Well, there's many ways, but the three major ways that I'm going to tell you right now are ways to know that this definitely is a scam. You have to pay to get your prize. When has that ever happened? Yep, you won the lottery, but first you need to send us $3,000 for taxes. No, that's not how that works. Or, hey, you've already been entered into this drawing and you've already won a prize, but if you give us $1,000, you'll be entered into another drawing for an even bigger prize. No. Or, hey, we need to have your financial information. You just won $1 million and we need your bank account information so we can wire it to you. No, that is a scam. And speaking of wiring, a large amount of scams are done via wire, and I'm going to be very honest with all of you. In my 30 years of banking, and especially how things are in 2024, legitimate wires, there are certainly reasons why people wire money legitimately. Absolutely. A lot of times it's for the sale of a home, the purchase of a home. Things are wired back and forth. A lot of times, most banks, credit unions, investment companies, things like that, they have other ways to do things besides wiring. Wiring is very old school. So if someone's telling you to wire them money, that really should be a red flag. Again, unless, of course, it's, oh, my child goes away to school and this is, I talked to the school directly. I went to the office and this is the best way they said to get us the funds. Like, again, there are ways. I did a wire not long ago for that exact situation because the member's daughter goes to school in a different country. So it has to be wired because of the currency. Again, those types of things make complete sense. They had talked to the financial office. This was something that had been given to them, when their daughter first started school. This is what all the other parents were doing. Again, this was legit. But again, if someone's asking you to wire money, there's lots of other ways to get people money. Why are they asking you to wire? To me, that's a red flag, or can be a red flag. So contractor scams. So this is when someone knocks on your door looking for business because they're in the area and they have materials left over from a previous job. They can start right now. They can get this going. But you have to say yes right now, and we need some money right now. And if no, you can't call your husband. We got to make a decision right now. They'll ask you to pay for everything up front, only accept cash. They'll ask you to get building permits. They suggest you borrow money from a lender they know. I don't have that money. Oh, it's okay. I know a guy. I'm going to put you in touch with him right now. Here's his phone number. He can tell us that you're approved for this loan, and then we'll get started right now. There is no loan. There's no work that's going to be done, and they're going to take your money and run. This is a scam. So consider only contractors who are licensed and insured. I am not at all saying that people that go to door are all scammers. Some of them are hustling for work, and good for them. But again, don't hire them on the spot. Don't give them any money. Get recommendations. Get their business card. Look up their website. Go on Facebook. Hey, has anyone ever used Megan Noon for landscaping services? Again, do all these things to make sure you're legit. Read those reviews with a critical eye. Get multiple estimates anyways. Again, I would never get a major or even a minor repair done to my home without getting multiple estimates depending on the situation, to make sure I'm getting a best deal, but also to give yourself time to make sure they're legit. Read your contract carefully. Make sure it says we're going to finish the job within X amount of days. You can pay a $500 deposit, and then the rest will be finished. Because again, don't ever pay the full amount for the project up front. And the grandparent scam. So this is when someone contacts you claiming to be their grandchild. My mother got this call about a year ago. My mother has all grandsons, and her granddaughter called. Funny. My mother's not known as grandma to her grandkids, and she got a call from her non-existent granddaughter. Grandma, I'm in trouble. They need money. They are in legal trouble. They don't want you to tell their parents. This is a scam. This is a scam that makes me crazy because they are preying on older folks who love their grandchildren and just want to help them. Best thing you can do if you get a call from your grandchild is hang up the phone, pick up the phone, and call the grandchild at the number you have. If you can't get them, call their parents. Hey, do you know where this person is? I just got a call from, quote unquote, them. They said they're in jail in Florida. My boss's dad got this call about one of her sons a few years back, and he called her and said, hey, have you spoken with your son today? He said he just called me and said he's in Florida. It kind of sounded like him. He says he has a cold, but, he's in jail and he needs me to wire him money. And my boss was able to go, no, Dad, he's literally sitting right in front of me having breakfast. He's not in Florida. But they'll tell you that. Again, don't tell my parents. They'll be mad at me. I'm going to get in trouble. I trust you. I need you to help me. So these are another thing, the grandparent scam. So here are some links to various articles. What I encourage you to do, because I know it's on a webinar, it's hard to get links or what have you, but if you go to www.ftc.gov, that is the Federal Trade Commission, or consumer.ftc.gov, there's a lot of great articles out there that'll help you to understand what types of scams are going on and what red flags to look for. Again, you could always contact the credit union, whether you're a member or not. You could always contact us if you want to run a question by us. If you've received a check that you want us to give you some advice on, do some due diligence, we can always be reached during business hours at 603-224-7731. You could also always contact the police, your town police department. They will help you. They want to help you. They hate this scam. They hate seeing people, hardworking people, lose their money. They hate it. Your credit union and banks hate it. Again, we're there to help you. So this concludes my presentation for today. So if you have any questions, again, please give us a call at 603-224-7731. Thank you and have a great day.